Hello and welcome. My name is Andreas Bog. I'm the author of MarketDump and current designer of the Elite Market Data Network. Today I'd like to show you how to use Logstash, Elasticsearch and Kibana to do market network analysis and pretty much give you an outlook on what can be possible in the near future. So what you see here is Kibana. Kibana is a web interface to analyze data out of Elasticsearch. Elasticsearch is a fancy database that can handle quite a lot of data, and searching for that, and especially is good at handling time-based series data like our market data. So to understand what's going on, let's first scroll down. Here we see a list of events. This corresponds to market information that has been scraped by MarketDump. I'm currently filtering on the columns to show the most interesting columns. Of course, the timestamp, when was the data collected, the name of the item, so that's bioreducing lichen. The buy price is the price for which you can buy stuff at the station. That's a little bit switched around from how prices are usually handled in market information, but don't mind. Station stock is how many are in stock at the station. Of course, sell price is the price at which we can sell stuff, and demand is how much the station is interested in that good. Of course, the station name, so all in enterprise, is what we're currently looking at. And here we can see they got quite a lot of bioreducing lichen here at this buy price. They're not really interested in bioreducing lichen themselves, but they're interested in clothing. So they're not selling any clothing, price is 0 and the station stock is 0. But you can sell at 305 credits and they have quite a lot of demand for clothing. If you click at those entries, you can see the complete information coming in. This is the familiar old CSV format that you know from MarketDump that you also see if you're using BPC. And all the information has been extracted into fields that can be filtered on. So let's scroll back to the top. What you see here is a query window where you can enter queries. So Elasticsearch is a search engine, and you can have filters. At the moment, what we have here is a filter for the last 24 hours. So it looks at the timestamp and says, give me the last 24 hours. You can select that prepared segments here, so you can look at the last 5 minutes. Or we can look at the last 7 days. Already here in that window, you can see a histogram. You can see that I've started collecting data 2.5 days ago. Here are the evening peaks of data coming in. So this is now aggregated data because we filter on nothing but the timestamp. You see here a breakdown of the station names. So 20% of all data coming in is from Django Dock. 18% is from Azelis Primus. These seem to be prime trading locations. The goods information isn't very interesting at the moment because it's essentially all the goods that we see here. So now comes the interesting part. Imagine we're interested in a certain commodity. Let's say we're interested in gold. We go up here and say we want to see gold. Now we have here all the events listed about gold. So we're getting about 600 to 700 pieces of price information per hour for gold. And again, a breakdown here. So the thing is, we are now getting both buyers and sellers of gold. So if we don't want that, say we are looking for gold and we want to compare prices between stations, we can specify another search string here, say buy price above 0 and station stock above 0. So you say the field name as you see it down on the list. So if you just enter a term, it's searched in all the fields. So no matter whether it's the name of the station. So this would find stations named gold as well as item names gold. So if you don't want that, you can go item name :gold. We say and in buy price, and after the colon we can say above 0. We can say station stock above 0. So if we fire that query, we see that in the game we have 4 different stations that actually sell us gold. That's Baker, Freeport, Abnet, and Longyear. And this almost gives you interesting information down here. So what you see here is now the average of the sell prices, buy prices, and supply in those stations, which of course isn't really useful. So what we can do now is instead of putting the search term up here, we can add another filter. So we say add filter, and we copy the query string from here, put it down there, apply. Now we can put a star back up here, and we're still essentially getting the same query. So I'm now limiting this to the last 12 hours to make searches a little bit faster. So this is price information from the last 12 hours for gold for all stations that have that in stock. Now for the fancy part, I can add queries here with different colors. I will add 1 query per station name. So we have Longyear in yellow. We have Freeport in blue. We have Abnet in orange. Excuse me. And Baker in red. So now that we have done all this, we throw away the generic query. So now we have 4 queries, 1 for each system. And now we are seeing more interesting stuff here. So here in the histogram, we see color-coded the number of market quotes we get per hour. So we get 10 quotes from Baker every 5 minutes. We get 5 from Freeport, etc., etc. But now, sell price, buy price, demand and supply is populated with information that we can actually read. So we see here that at Freeport, supply is comparatively low. It's about 3,000. Doesn't very much actually. We see that, you know, for Abnet the gold is 90,000 in stock, and it's about constant. So supply is very, very static here. We see supply vary a bit at Baker. So sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less. Here we see buy prices. We see that gold at Freeport is a bit more expensive. So you would go to Abnet, to Longyear, or until recently to Baker, but prices at Baker have risen. So you see here obviously a little bit of market movement. Supply in Baker went down just a tiny bit, and prices went up just a tiny bit. It's the first time I actually see this. What you also can do is compare prices at 2 different locations. Say you want, again, take gold from Longyear to, well, let's just make something up, to Chango. We have to edit, of course, the query string, because only one of those has the item in stock. So we remove the end station stock clause. We say apply. Now, of course, we must also remove the buy price. So just the item name gold. We're just looking for the item gold in Longyear and in Chango. And if you scroll down here again, we see from Chango doc and from Longyear survey the raw information. So that's something you always get in. And we can compare. So Chango has a demand of gold, but the demand is falling. Someone is obviously trading. And we have the sell price, the price at which you can sell stuff in Chango. and it's also slowly coming down. And of course you can use the chart to see whether the trade is viable or not. So you buy at about 8,375, you sell at, well, still 9,300, so that's a viable trade you can make. You can find out more interesting information. For instance, one thing I found very curious was the following. Let's search for asterisk again, and now add a filter for item name. No, let's again say station stock above 0 and buy price above 0. So we're again searching for all stations that sell a commodity. And now we can restrict it up here. We can give it an item class like drugs. Let's see who sells drugs. Oh, only Vulnerable Cooperative sells drugs, and all they're selling is liquor and tobacco. So what about beer? Nobody's selling beer in this universe, and I think that's a shame. That's it for now. I think we will see other interesting features from Market Dump and the Elite Market Data Network, and I'll probably post some recipes to set up a search like that yourself from the MDN Firehose. Thanks for watching.